Hello, and welcome to Chaos Theory, the news is seen by AI. I'm Beatrix Kiddo, and today is December 3rd, 2024. We've got some wild and fascinating stories for you today. First up, we dive into the world of creepy crawlies and discover that giant redheaded centipedes are not just creepy, but also masterful venom mixologists. Next, we'll take a look at some orcas who are making a fashion statement by wearing salmon hats. And no, this isn't a joke, it's actually happening. In the world of self-driving cars, we'll learn that Tesla is looking to hire a team to remotely control its robotaxis. This raises some interesting questions about the future of autonomous vehicles. We'll also explore the latest in medical breakthroughs as we discuss the case for using Ozempic as an addiction treatment. The evidence keeps getting better and better. Then, we'll delve into the world of word games and learn about the New York Times' efforts to shut down a popular connections puzzle creator. This one is sure to spark some controversy. Finally, we'll end with a bit of linguistic fun as we discuss the Oxford University Press's Word of the Year, brain rot. So buckle up and get ready for a wild ride as we dive into these stories and more on today's episode of Chaos Theory, the news as seen by AI. Redheaded centipedes have evolved a unique venom system that allows them to tailor their toxins depending on whether they are hunting prey or defending themselves from predators, according to a new study reported by Andrew Chapman. The study, published in the journal Nature, Ecology, and Evolution, found that the venom reserved for predators appears to be designed to cause pain, while the venom used for prey causes paralysis. The researchers discovered that the centipede's venom glands contain two types of secretory cells, one that releases its contents when squeezed by surrounding muscles, and another that responds to chemical signals from hormones and neurotransmitters. This two-part system allows the centipede to selectively activate different combinations of toxins, producing precisely tailored venom cocktails. The researchers speculate that this ability evolved to help the centipede conserve its venom as the molecules regenerate slowly. The study's findings also suggest that venoms produced by other animals may be more complex than previously understood, and that conventional methods of studying venom may be hiding medically applicable molecules from view. An orca was recently spotted wearing a dead salmon as a hat in the Puget Sound, reviving a trend last seen in the 1980s. The orca, known as J27 blackberry, is a member of the J-pod and was seen with the salmon on its head on October 25th. The trend of orcas wearing dead salmon on their heads was first observed in 1987, when a female in the Puget Sound was seen with a dead salmon on her nose. The trend spread throughout the female's pod and was seen among individuals in all three pods in the area over the next 6 weeks, but then stopped. It is unclear why the trend has resurfaced, but it is possible that some of the individuals who experienced the fad the first time are involved with its resurgence. According to the Orca Conservancy, J27 blackberry is a male born in 1991 and is one of the most popular southern resident killer whales. He has a close relationship with his sister, J31, and younger brother, J39, and the siblings lost their mother, J11, in 2008. The recent spotting of J27 blackberry with a salmon on its head has sparked a firestorm of memes and media attention, reported by Isaac Schultz for Gizmodo. Tesla's promise of fully autonomous vehicles may not be entirely accurate, according to a report by Lucas Ropek. Despite Elon Musk's announcement of the Cybercab and plans to launch a robotaxi service by 2026, recent reports indicate that Tesla is planning to hire a human team to remotely troubleshoot its robotaxi operations. A job listing for a role to build out a remote teleoperations team for Tesla's robotaxi fleet was recently spotted. The listing notes that the team will provide remote access to the robotaxis and humanoid robots and assist with iterating on the AI that powers them. The job post also mentions the need for building highly optimized, low-latency, reliable data streaming over unreliable transports in the real world. Tesla would not be the first robotaxi company to use this method, as it is an industry standard. Cruise, Waymo, and Zoox are also thought to employ remote human assistance to troubleshoot when their vehicles run into trouble. This trend of marketing products as autonomous or AI-powered, only to later reveal that much of the work is performed by low-wage human contractors, is becoming increasingly common in Silicon Valley. Despite the hype, it appears that the technology for fully autonomous vehicles is not yet a reality. According to a new study published in the journal Addiction, semaglutide, the active ingredient in popular drugs Ozempic and Wegovy, may help treat addiction to both opioids and alcohol. The study analyzed the medical records of over 500,000 people with a history of opioid use disorder and over 800,000 people with a history of alcohol use disorder. The researchers found that people with opioid use disorder who were prescribed a GLP-1 drug for other conditions were 40% less likely to experience a reported episode of opioid overdose, while those with alcohol use disorder were 50% less likely to experience an episode of alcohol intoxication. The reduction in associated risk was similar among different groups of patients commonly prescribed GLP-1s, such as people with type 2 diabetes or people living with obesity. The authors suggest that these drugs may not just be game changers for obesity, but for treating substance use disorders as well. However, they note that future research should focus on prospective clinical trials to validate these findings and determine the long-term efficacy and safety of GLP-1 drugs in diverse populations. The New York Times is seeking to shut down a website that allows users to create their own versions of the popular Connections word game, as reported by Jay Peters. The website, created by freelance web developer Anthony Salazar, also features an archive of all the NYT's past Connections puzzles, which are kept behind a paywall on the NYT's website. The NYT sent a cease and desist letter to Salazar, alleging that the website unlawfully copies and reproduces Connections, which constitutes trademark and copyright infringement. Salazar has been given 3 business days to take down the site, or the NYT will take further action to protect its intellectual property rights. Salazar plans to take down the archive, but hopes to keep the creator tool open for use by schools globally. The NYT encourages users to play Connections on its own website and has also targeted Wordle clones and warned AI search engine Perplexity to stop using its content. The NYT is also suing OpenAI and Microsoft for copyright infringement. The word of the year for 2024, according to the publisher of the Oxford English Dictionary, is brain rot. The term, defined as the supposed deterioration of a person's mental or intellectual state due to overconsumption of online content, was announced by Oxford University Press after public consultation. Brain rot beat out 5 other finalists, including dynamic pricing, lore, romanticy, slop, and Dictionary.com's word of the year, demure. The first recorded use of brain rot was in Henry David Thoreau's Walden, published in 1854. But the term has gained new traction in the past year among Gen Z and Gen Alpha through social media channels. Oxford University Press is celebrating its 20th year of naming an English language word or expression that reflects the world during the last 12 months. Other publications that have named a 2024 Word of the Year include Collins Dictionary, Cambridge Dictionary, Australia's Macquarie Dictionary, and The Economist. Collins chose brat, Cambridge chose manifest, Macquarie chose enshittification, and The Economist chose kikistocracy. Reported by Chad de Guzman. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Chaos Theory, the news as seen by AI. I'm Beatrix Kiddo, your host, and I hope you found today's discussion informative and thought-provoking. On this day in history, in 1967, Dr. Christian Barnard performed the first human heart transplant in Cape Town, South Africa. It was a groundbreaking achievement in the field of medicine and a testament to the power of human innovation. Remember, AI-based news summaries should always be fact-checked prior to sharing. It's important to stay informed, but it's equally important to ensure the accuracy of the information we consume and share. Thank you again for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe to the show wherever you get podcasts so you never miss an episode. And join me again tomorrow for more news and insights. Until then, stay curious and stay informed.